Hello everyone, welcome to another edition of the Copilot CRM release notes videos where we take a look together at the release notes from updates that we just recently pushed in Copilot, and then kind of talk about them, what they're meant for, go through over the screenshots together, and take a glance at some of the bug fixes that we did. So here's the most recent release notes. If you're following along, feel free to click the link in either the Facebook message, or sorry, the Facebook post or the YouTube video. The link to those release notes will be there. So if you want to follow along, you could open that. Also, if you want to dig deeper, I'm not going to go over everything said on these release notes. So if you're curious, something sparks your interest, definitely go check out that page. You can also read up on all of our previous releases in here as well. But this will just be a high-level overview of what we pushed as updates in the past couple of weeks. So let's jump right in with our standout feature this week, and that is the dispatch board now has multi-day coloring. So we kind of realized when we pushed our multi-day view on the dispatch board, sometimes it can get really confusing on which visits you're looking at and which days they're on. So we pushed an update that now colors the visits based on day of the week. So you can quickly see which visits are on Monday, which visits are on Tuesday, so on and so forth. If you're looking at multiple weeks, you'll know that every Monday is the same color, and you can find those quickly. So yeah, let's take a look at the screenshots and how this looks. So if you go to the dispatch board and you select the date selection box here, as long as you select a date selection that has more than one day, so in this case I select a week and you click apply, then you will see the color per week legend show up, and this will show you which color each day is. And then you can also see on the map the colored dots will change as well, so that you can see from the map on per location where you're going to be at on the map during certain days of the week. This is really useful for if you need to move things. Maybe you notice that you have a visit in a similar location that you're at on every Tuesday. You can actually change and update that to be on Tuesdays as well. Maybe it was on a different day, something like that. You'll also see on the map view, there's now colored dots next to each line to indicate the day of the week as well. So when you're scrolling your list, if you have a really long list, you can quickly index which day of the week you're looking at. You can see when days of the week end just at a glance instead of trying to look at the date. So that's really nice. And you can even update the colors yourself. So if you actually click the colors on the legend, you can select from this little color palette here if you want to change the colors the day of the week for some reason. So yeah, that is the standout feature for this week. Very nice for dealing with a lot of visits on the schedule and trying to get your routes efficient, trying to get your teams efficient, and being able to index that information really quickly. So there's three other updates that we pushed. The next one has to do with booking a support call. The support team has opened up the ability to actually book both Zoom calls and phone calls. So this is really nice from a user standpoint. The support team recognized the need to have both. And so if you want that longer, more in-depth session over Zoom, you can schedule one of those. But let's say you just have a quick request for the support team, something that's less complex, needs a quick answer. Now you can book a phone call if that's better for you. So how it works, it's just like booking a call normally was, where you go to the support menu and then you click book a call. And now you'll see a pop-up that looks like this. You can either choose a 30-minute Zoom call or a 15-minute phone call. And then you just go through whatever one you select, whatever's best suits your needs. You just go through, fill out all the information, and click schedule event. And now you have that option instead of only having Zoom calls. So great update from the support team. And then we obviously needed to update the software to reflect those changes. So that is this update. And then these two updates at the bottom, they're relatively similar to each other. And that is taking a closer look at reports in Copilot. So we're actually doing a full project on reports, and you'll actually start to see these updates come out more regularly week by week. And this project for reports is a few things. It's adding tooltips on the reports so that you know where your data is coming from when looking at a report. It's adding descriptions to the top of the report. So if you maybe don't know what you would use a report for, there'll be a small description at the top that creates clarity around the use cases for this report. And the last and probably most important thing is we decided to do this refactoring project on reports to ensure their accuracy. Reports are one of those things that it's really hard to tell when they're accurate, when they're inaccurate. It's also really hard to check against each other if you do have a suspicion that it might be one or the other. So we just wanted to take a look at every single report and confirm that the calculations we had in those reports are accurate. So we're going to be going through every single report and rewriting those calculations if they need them, ensuring that the right numbers are being pulled from the right places to get you accurate numbers in every single report. So that being said, this is the first 2 reports that we've pushed that have had the added tooltips description and had all the calculations checked to ensure accuracy. So the first one was items and services. So if you open the reports and choose the invoiced items and services report here, you'll notice some different things like the description at the top, and every field now has a tooltip so that you can read where that data is coming from. And then, of course, we ensured the accuracy of the calculations on this report. So we did that for invoiced items and services, and we also did it for the expenses report. So if you open reports, go to expenses here, you'll notice the same thing. There'll be a description and tooltips. And also we ensured the calculations for this report are correct. So like I said a minute ago, you'll be seeing these rolled out in every release notes for the next few weeks until we finish every single report. So you can expect to see that. And then here is our bug fixes. We had a lot of bug fixes in the past couple of weeks. So if you're interested, if there was a bug that you're keeping an eye out for, definitely go in here, search through the summaries and find what you're looking for. You could see exactly the exact time and date that we resolved that bug. And of course, if you have any questions about bug fixes, the ticket key is always here so that if you need to reference that bug with a support team member, they can find it really easily and give you any information that you're seeking, because we really value transparency here at Copilot, and this is one of the ways that we like to do that. So so this has been the release notes for the past couple of weeks at Copilot. As always, I hope you enjoy, and I just want to say thank you so much for being a part of the Copilot family, and I hope you have a great day.